Good evening. Happy Friday. I am Akool, astrological author, analyst, researcher and philosopher. Today I shall be discussing on a topic titled Unlocking the Mystery of Upachaya Houses, a rare astrological sutra. Means your growth secret. I will be discussing on your growth secret. What are the Upachaya houses? The 3rd, 6th and 11th houses are first called Trishadaya houses. Normally the lords of these houses are malefic, but when linked with the 10th house or the 10th lord, they turn into growth-giving Upachaya planets. I repeat, because it is very crucial for everybody to know the first condition of the rule. The 3rd, 6th and 11th houses are called Trishadaya houses. Normally the lords of these houses are malefic, but when linked with the 10th house or 10th lord, they turn into growth-giving Upachaya planets. A modified rule says, if a planet is in the 10th house, then planets in the 3rd, 6th and 11th houses also act like growth-giving Upachaya planets. These are the two conditions of the rule. The second condition I am repeating once. A modified rule says, if a planet is in the 10th house, then planets in the 3rd, 6th and 11th houses also act like growth-giving Upachaya planets. It is the second condition of the rule. To understand this, we must look at the meanings of the houses. To understand this, we must look at the meaning of the houses. 3rd house signifies effort. The 6th house signifies competition and struggle. The 10th house signifies karma or action. The 11th house gains and success. Together these 4 houses give you growth, which is your growth secret. When combined, these meanings show a clear path. Effort plus struggle plus action is equal to growth, gain and success. Effort plus struggle plus action. Effort by 3rd house, struggle by 6th house and action by 10th house is equal to growth, gain and success, denoted by the 11th house. So the role of the 10th house is most crucial most crucial in making the remaining three Trishadaya house as growth-giving Upachaya houses, transforming them into growth-giving Upachaya houses. Thus, planets in Upachaya houses give rise and improvement over time, but there is a condition. Upachaya lords 3rd, 6th, 11th give growth only when placed in these houses. Otherwise, as Trishadaya lords, they may harm the native. The meaning of Upachaya. Upachaya means gradual growth through effort, competition, struggle and action. It applies best to people who rise through hard work. For an example, a clerk becoming an IAS officer by the dint of his effort, competition, action, etc. So, your growth always demands your effort, your struggle and your action. Your growth always demands these three things: your effort, your competition, your struggle and your action. And these are in 4 different houses. The incredible rule or sutra: when the Lagna Lord is in an Upachaya house from the moon, when the Lagna Lord is in an Upachaya house from the moon 3, 6, 10, 11, or the moon sign Lord means your Rashi Adhipati is in an Upachaya house from the Lagna 3, 6, 10, 11, the native will enjoy prosperity and progress. I repeat, when the Lagna Lord is in an Upachaya house 3, 6, 10, 11 from the moon, your Lagna Lord when in Upachaya house from the moon, or when the moon sign Lord or your Rashi Adhipati is in an Upachaya house 3, 6, 10, 11 from the Lagna, the native will enjoy prosperity and progress. First, we have learnt about Upachaya definition and how the Trishadaya 3, 6 and 11th house transform into growth-giving Upachaya houses because of their connection with the 10th house or 10th Lord. First, we learned that. Now we have come to the consequence portion, which means when the Upachaya, when the Lagna Lord will give growth, or when your Rashi Adhipati will give you growth. Now we have learned it. Should I repeat? I am again repeating the rule. When the Lagna Lord is in an Upachaya house 3, 6, 10, 11 from the moon, or the moon sign Lord means your Rashi Adhipati is in an Upachaya house 3, 6, 10, 11 from the Lagna, the native will enjoy prosperity and progress. Means he will get a steady rise in his life starting from scratches. Now let us go to the case studies. Means we will be applying the rule to the horoscopes. I am bringing the horoscope. It is the horoscope of Sri Jyoti Basu, CM, West Bengal. He was the longest serving CM, means Chief Minister of the country. He was the Chief Minister of West Bengal, if I am not mistaken, from 1977 until his death in 2000, if I am not mistaken. Very longest serving Chief Minister, and he belonged to CPM party. He belonged to CPM party, very disciplined party. See, his Lagna is Virgo. The horoscope is in South style. I prefer to use South style horoscope because it contains every details of the individual, from his name to his date of birth, to his time of birth, the place of birth, the latitude, longitude, Ayanamsha, everything is there in the middle rectangular box of the horoscope. It is integrated with the horoscope. So I always prefer to use South style of horoscope for demonstration of any astrological rule and for the sake of transparency. See my cursor. The Lagna is Virga. The Lagna is Virga. Moon sign is in Capricorn. Who is the Lagna Lord? Lagna Lord is Mercury. But from the moon sign Capricorn, it is in the 7th house and not in any Upachaya house. From the moon it is in the 7th house, Cancer, and not in any Upachaya house, so the rule is not fulfilled. From moon, you see, from ascendant, the first condition, from ascendant, the 10th house is Gemini, which is occupied by Saturn and Sun. The first condition is met. The 10th house is occupied. The 10th house is occupied. The 10th house is occupied, isn't it? From moon means who is the moon sign lord? The moon sign lord is Saturn. The moon sign lord is Saturn, who is in the 6th house. Now, who is in the 10th house from the ascendant, which is a Upachaya house. See, Saturn is the moon sign lord who is in the 10th house, is an Upachaya house from the Lagna, and moon sign lord means Rashi Adhipati is Saturn, who is in the Upachaya 10th house from the Lagna, and 10th house is also occupied. So the rule applied in his horoscope. Virgo is the Lagna lord is equal to Mercury. Moon in Capricorn, moon sign lord is Saturn. Saturn is in the Upachaya 10th house, Gemini from Lagna. The rule applies. He joined the CPM as a founder member after the CPI was split in 1964. He was the founder member of the CPM. After CPI was split into CPM and CPI, he rose to high office, but he came from a wealthy family and a strong educational background. He had a foreign degree in law from UK. No planet was in the third house of effort. See, there is no planet in the third house of effort from the Lagna and from the moon. This third house is vacant, so he didn't have to put effort for his success. He didn't struggle much to rise. And however, there is planet in the 6th house. See, there is Rahu in the 6th house, so he had to face competition and struggle. But effort, there was not much effort since he belonged to a wealthy family and he was highly qualified person. From moon, the 6th house is also occupied by Saturn and Sun, which is the 10th house from the Lagna. So he had to face competition and struggle, put action, but without much effort, since he had a sound financial background. This way, the horoscopes are need to be analyzed and while going to applying a sutra. Next horoscope I am taking of Mr. Arvind Kejriwal. It is the Dashamsha horoscope of Mr. Mr. Arvind Kejriwal, CM, New Delhi, NCR Delhi from AAP party. C. Who is the ascendant lord? It is the Saturn. Who is the moon sign lord? It is the Saturn. Both ascendant lord and moon sign lord is Saturn. From ascendant, it is the ascendant, the Saturn is in the 3rd house. So this criteria is fulfilled. Moreover, from moon, the 10th house, Libra, is occupied by Mercury and Ketu. So the condition is fulfilled. Arvind Kejriwal, former CM of Delhi, Dashamsa chart. Aquarius ascendant, Lagna Lord and Moon sign Lord Saturn. Saturn is in the Upachaya third house from the ascendant. The 10th house from the Moon in Capricorn is Libra and occupied by Mercury and Ketu. The rule applies. He rose from an unknown government servant. He was a government servant, and he would have been known to be unknown. He would have been unknown in the public life had he not become the chief minister or joined the politics. He rose from an unknown government servant to a public figure as the CM of Delhi through personal effort. Otherwise, he would have been unknown. Who knows the government servants? Nobody knows. Who will know the assistant commissioner? Who is bothered for the assistant commissioner or deputy commissioner of an income tax department unless he has some individual work? Nobody. But because he got the growth due to activation of the Upachaya houses, he became a public figure and known to the public. I am taking the next and the last horoscope, which is a very interesting horoscope where the rule applies 100 out of 100, 100 out of 100, where the rule applies 100 out of 100, and this gentleman was a classic beneficiary of Upachaya benefit or Upachaya houses. See in this horoscope, the Lagna sign and Moon sign is Libra. Lagna sign and Moon sign is Libra, and Venus is the Lord of the Lagna and Moon sign. Venus is the Moon sign Lord as well as Lagna Lord. Venus is in the 11th house. In the 11th house, Leo. In the 11th house, Leo. 10th house is occupied. The 10th house is occupied by Mercury and Sun. The 10th house, Cancer, is occupied by Mercury and Sun. All the Upachaya houses are occupied by the natural malefics. The 3rd house, Sagittarius, is occupied by Saturn. The 6th house, Pisces, is occupied by Ketu. The 11th house, Leo, is occupied by the natural malefic Mars, natural malefic Mars, and the 10th house, Cancer, is occupied by the cruel planet in astrology, the Sun. And now see the the relation of the 10th house with all the Upachaya houses and Lord that I am going to show. Begin with 3rd house. The 3rd Lord is Jupiter. Jupiter is also the 6th Lord. The Lord of 2 Upachaya houses, Trishadaya houses. The Lord of 3 two Trishadaya houses, third and sixth, is Jupiter, who is with 10th Lord, Moon, and Jupiter became a growth-giving Upachaya planet. Growth-giving Upachaya planet. See, the Sun, who is the 11th Lord, is in the 10th house. 11th Lord, there are only 3 Trishadaya houses. These are 3rd, 6th and 11th. They see, the 3rd and 6th Lord is with the 10th Lord Moon in Libra, and the 11th Lord, 11th Trishadaya Lord, most malefic Trishadaya Lord, is in the 10th house, Cancer. So, the first definition of Upachaya house, of Upachaya, third definition of how a planet gets connected to the Upachaya category is fulfilled in this horoscope. Lagna Lord and Moon sign Lord is Venus. Venus is in the 11th house, Leo, and Upachaya house. The 10th house, Cancer, is occupied by the Sun, Lord of the 11th house. Strong 10th, 11th link. Jupiter, the 3rd and 6th Lord, is with the 10th Lord Moon in Libra. Strong Trishadaya 10th house connection. 3rd, 6th and 11th house. 11th houses are occupied by Saturn, Ketu and Mars. Natural malefics. Classic Upachaya effect. What is the story of this gentleman? The holder of this horoscope lost his father at 16, and the family was left with no income. Just think, at the age of 16, he lost his father, who was the sole earning member of the family. Struggled for years. This gentleman struggled for years, got a central government job, slowly achieved success through sheer effort, struggle, and with the blessings of his parents on his head. So, this horoscope also fulfills 100 out of 100 conditions of Upachaya transformation, of the malefic Trishadaya houses and their lords. Final thought. Astrology is not just about predictions. It is about understanding the deeper meaning of life and growth. The Upachaya houses remind us that real success comes from effort, represented by the 3rd house, struggle, represented by the 6th house, and karma, represented by the 10th house, and never instantly but gradually. Means real success comes from effort, struggle, and karma, and never instantly but gradually. I think I could able to explain how the Trishadaya houses transform into growth-giving Upachaya houses, and could decode your growth secret and could decode your growth secret. Thanks for watching and your patience. If you have liked the content of this video, please give a liking and subscribe the channel so the channel can grow in future, in going forward. Once again, thanks for watching.